Vibe is a really great player. I mean, he showed his game against Flatas. He showed a lot more than I thought. And I got to be honest with you here. I really do like his Ivysaur a lot. It's been doing really well. I mean, it's been really impressive, especially when they're off stage. Especially when people are trying to recover. His Ivysaur is right there just to be, hey, I'm doing what I'm doing. But
that's a good ladder so far.
MuteAce is just, hey, it's time for me to keep going.
So he swapped to Ivysaur pretty quickly, actually. I was expecting him to be Squirtle a little more longer just to try and get some... Just try and get, like, maybe a setup going of, like, you know, some damage, maybe a down throw or something like that, and just an upper string of their own. But they swapped to Ivysaur pretty quickly, and that's going to seal their first stock immediately, too. So they're forced to go back to Ivysaur right now, or to Squirtle right now.
I got to be honest with you, MuteAce has just this insane combo game that I got to be honest with you, once he just starts going, he just does not stop. And I like the pressure that he has, especially with the fact that, like, he hasn't even used turnip that much yet, and he's just been, you know, just going off just simple confirms. It's just great in general.
Yeah, that does look solid. Honestly, they also have a whole stock lead too. They like Ivysaur in this. That's really interesting. I would like to see why they really appreciate Ivysaur in this matchup. Just because it doesn't look very good, but that also could just be a first game syndrome or something where they're not very used to fighting MuteAce, or they didn't have a good as much momentum as MuteAce does going into this set. But it feels like they really just like Squirtle, mainly Ivysaur. And they stuck with only those two characters for the most part. I've not seen them go to Charizard once, and they're already back to Ivysaur again.
I think it's the fact that MuteAce already has a really good combo game. Do you really want to make your hitbox bigger for someone like that who just, you know, off simple confirms just goes into these crazy combos? I mean, I would not want my hitbox to be bigger than what it needs to be. And Ivysaur really does have that really good just all-around kit where it's just they know what they're doing and that's it. I gotta be honest, it's just the best. And MuteAce taking the game against Vibe.
The one time they win Charizard, that was already done. They already dead from that, just massive hitbox.
I gotta be honest with you, like, MuteAce has just this insane combo game that I know Flatas had a really great one that was going so far, but I gotta be honest with you, MuteAce just has really great confirms off of it. This is what a higher level player that we're going to be looking at. This is what top 48 is showing right now. I mean,
honestly, it just looked like MuteAce was vibing in that.
It is.
Like someone in chat said that. I completely agree with that. He was just doing what he knew, and it was just really hard for Vibe to go around that. But I could see that just being like a first game thing of just like they need to get used to what Peach can go for, what MuteAce would look for. So I could see why, but I'd still be very curious of why they were using Ivysaur that much in that first game. Now they're looking to use Squirtle a lot more, which I would agree with, just because I felt like Squirtle was a lot harder to hit to begin with, and I felt like they would be much more like difficult to try and actually narrow down of like getting them in a rough spot. Whereas Ivysaur is more, I would think more of a conditioning kind of play style of just like they want to put you in these situations where you kind of have a you know, rock, paper, or scissors, or like a 50-50 or something, options like that. But Peach is really good at playing around that, I feel like. But honestly, it looks like I was wrong, just because that was a really good, solid stock from Vibe, that first stock.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, Vibe does show, like, especially with the fact, oh my lord.
That forward smash was, in my head, I think that was trying to get an air dodge in. That just looked like a really, like a call out right there, but luckily Vibe didn't fall for it. They didn't die right there, but they're still in a deficit. They're still at kill percent. They gotta get out of this ledge.
I mean, MuteAce already taking the stock in the first place. Look, MuteAce might have won my heart. Maybe I'm just jumping from player to player at this point. But look at these combos going up in the air, already calling out the switch to Ivysaur. I gotta be honest with you, Vibe, it seems like just the Ivysaur, just in general with the pick, it's a really great pick. I gotta be honest with you, but maybe like.
That first stock they didn't do too bad with Ivysaur. So honestly, they're getting used to you know, Ivysaur's game plan around MuteAce, around Peach. I can see they're doing pretty well so far. So I was wrong. But they're still at kill percent right now, and they keep getting put at the ledge. And we all know Peach's ledge pressure is really good, especially MuteAce's, and that's not the best spot to be in. So it's not looking too well.
Especially with the fact MuteAce taking another stock against Vibe.
Oh no!
Vibe is being forced to move into Charizard and had to switch to Squirtle quickly. He didn't even have that much time to even move, so MuteAce just took that opportunity to take a hit, and that hit led to 73% in general.
Oh no, this is not. I mean, honestly, not bad, but honestly, this is not looking too good either. This is they're getting not kind of stuffed out, but more like they're just not actually getting reliable advantage state at all. Although that back throw was pretty good, so not the worst. So I can see them playing very carefully around the turnips, around Peach's burst options and stuff like that. Nice back air. Dash attack was interesting. That's gonna put them in an okay spot.
I mean, with 101%, I mean, Peach has a lot of options to kill right now, especially, and she has a lot of momentum right now. MuteAce just taking the pressure on top of Vibe. Vibe has to choose at least one clear option to at least get that 46% into kill percent at least.
That Nair to call out the spot, that was really good. No. Okay. Like someone said in the chat, why are we scrapping with Peach as Ivysaur? That's not really ideal, but that won't work on the top.
I think it's just the comfortability that Vibe has. I mean, Vibe had a really great run so far with Ivysaur. Look, if Vibe loses this game, at least he gets into the lower bracket, and that's where the real tough and nails come in. A lot of people with a lot of potential are still fighting tooth and nail to get themselves out of the lower bracket into the next stage. I gotta be honest with you, Vibe does have that potential, and MuteAce is just one of those people that's gonna be like, hey, you're gonna go into lower bracket if you like it or not.
The chat is rooting for Vibe right now. They say he still got this, and I do believe it. He can reverse this momentum in his favor. But that first stock is looking really bad right now. MuteAce wants to go really far off stage, but Ivysaur playing very carefully how they want to recover. But they're put back at the other side of the ledge now, and this is still looking really bad. Oh no, that back air was pretty good, but oh nice. That forwarder canceled the hitbox of the turnip. But they keep getting bounced between each side of the ledge. They're not getting any setups at all. They're not getting any pressure at all. They're just stuck in disadvantage the whole time.
What a beautiful 0 to death. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, this Peach is just going for it. Any sort of combo potential that he's gonna get is gonna be one big opportunity for one big kill.
The strings that MuteAce goes for is really good. They even if they don't get a kill, they just keep them in disadvantage, and they keep the pressure on them so that they just keep having Ivysaur in these uncomfortable spots where they have no choice but to recover in this way or this way, and MuteAce is ready for both. And they're just, but this is not that bad. This spot that Vibe's in, but MuteAce is just really good at recovering. Oh, but that was almost gonna be it. They put them at the ledge. They gotta focus on this ledge pressure right now. This ledge trap. Oh, that downer was trying to, that downer was a little too early, but see, they're trying to go for these raw aerials to try and hopefully seal the stock, or at least put them back in a deficit or in a disadvantaged spot that can hopefully take the stock, but this is not looking too good. Okay, they were very scared there, but they're okay. Yes, nice up air call out from Vibe. So they're both at 2 stocks apiece now.
I gotta be honest with you, like, Vibe is just fighting tooth and nail, and every single opportunity that he gets, he is guaranteeing a lot of damage every single time. But MuteAce got a beautiful grab. Now Vibe has to recover from off stage.
Okay, that was an interesting up tilt. That was pretty interesting, but it almost killed them too. They're at 174%. I would think that they would die very soon if they Nair. Good. Okay. That was a nice option, a nice get out of shield option that they got, and that was a good sealer of that stock. But oh no, those downers. Vibe sticking to Charizard now. Oh, never mind. They went back to Squirtle. I guess they wanted to have more fast frame data to try and get back some of this lead that they have, I would hope.
Especially with the fact that MuteAce just takes any opportunity. What a beautiful smash attack. Oh my lord. both stocks are both basically equal.
Okay.
I mean, Ivysaur can do a lot of damage really quickly. MuteAce has beautiful confirms into these really beautiful combos.
As soon as MuteAce is at the ledge, he immediately switches to Ivysaur just because he wants that the ledge pressure that Ivysaur has, so he can immediately try and go for a good call-out option. Because Ivysaur's ledge trapping is really good. So immediately, anytime MuteAce is off stage, immediately just switch to Ivysaur. If you have Charizard, then you could stick with Charizard. But if you're Squirtle, switch to Ivysaur immediately. Try and go for. Okay, I feel like an
What
upper
a
was better right there.
trade, but I gotta be honest with you, it's any scrap. It's just scrapping just to scrap at this point. Both of them are basically at kill percent. Ivysaur could basically use any move, not any move, but any of his killing moves, and it's gonna be amazing.
That was really good. That was really good that they did.
Nice.
Okay, nice nair. That nair pressure was pretty good. I think that closed out the set.
That does close off the set. It was a best of 5, first to 3. MuteAce taking the set